On the last episode of 20 Sides, Holden and Lucia again speak to the mayor to ask about Bryn Mark health. The party visits Bryn Mark's house and question him about the murder of Alden, leaving them with even more questions, mainly about the medallion Bryn Mark tried to hide. Bryn Mark points them in the direction of Jarek, Alden's best friend and Elder Thrain. They decide to pay Jarek a visit. And now, episode 15 of The Nexus. Welcome to 20 Sides, a fast-paced, story-driven, actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Now, Campaign 2, The Nexus. I'm not involved. I don't make weapons. I hunt. I use weapons he made me.
Like what?
He just pulls out a few arrows.
Was he and Elder Thrain into anything they shouldn't have been into?
I don't know if they were into things they shouldn't have been into. I do know Alden was using some silver from the mines to make a few weapons. I don't know what for. We didn't get into it that much.
That seems to be an odd thing to make weapons out of silver, usually.
You would think.
Sounds expensive.
What about a Lord Marcellus? Did he ever speak of a Lord Marcellus?
Lord Marcellus 12 years ago. Maybe further back than that. I don't think it was quite that long ago. Maybe 8 years ago. He did make some armor for Lord Marcellus and a few weapons. It was a huge honor for Alden. Lord Marcellus is I think they call him like the High Lord of Silverport. He's, he's like a king.
Yeah. Any reason he would have come to Alden? Of all the people he could have had commissioned for this work.
Sure. Alden had a way of making weapons and armor better than anyone else. Alden dabbled a little bit with, he called it moon energy. Stars. He thought he could take some energy from there, some magic from there, and infuse it into armor and weapons. It took him a long time to work through those type of things, but...
Was this before magic started to dissipate?
No.
No, so it was after?
Yes. He was able to gather just enough.
Could it have been that silver accepted this better than typical metals?
Possibly, but we didn't quite get into exactly what he was doing with the silver. He used to tell me about a lot of his projects and things he'd worked on, and a lot of ceremonial type things, a lot of items that were just put on walls, put on an armor stand to show off. He made those because they were so, his craft was masterful.
So I say, did he make this? And I grab Dale's sword out of her
Pomegranate.
and
That's my purse. I don't know you.
and I just show it to him.
He just cuts his head off.
Yeah.
He grabs it, starts looking at it, and he goes, "Yeah, Alden made that. Look right there." And he points at
How long has he been?
This is an older one though.
Yeah. How long has he been using that symbol to mark his stuff? Would you say
the new one?
Yeah.
Oh, a couple years now, maybe.
So this is a new old sword, an old new sword, new old sword.
I don't know if it's new at all. It's an older. It's one of his earlier creations.
But not older than 2 years.
No, it is definitely older than 2 years.
Oh, it is older than 2 years.
Remember, yours has the symbol of the A, not the star and sun.
I was thinking mine had, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then how long have you been seeing Rella?
I've seen.
I've
seen Rella.
her.
No.
Okay, just making sure.
She's a nice lady, but
Holden looks at Jace and he says, "Look, I am trying to contribute because I really, this extra money would be nice, and so, but I've run out of things to ask. So if you would like to take over from here, please." By all means.
And then Dale just keeps on.
Yeah.
She's like, I was just making sure that maybe you didn't have a thing for Rella, and then you murdered Alden, and just covering all the bases.
I would never
It
murder
wouldn't be the first
Alden.
time a story like that would
Yeah.
Y'all are investigating the murder of Alden. Y'all aren't from here.
Nothing gets by you.
Why?
Holden, phew, phew. It's a bit tired, I would imagine.
I'm just curious.
Hangry.
Absolutely.
Well, we actually started
knackered.
over in
This
Dale,
one.
or in Glen, and Alden was seen in Glen, or his name was dropped in Glen.
Oh,
So
yeah,
just
he
brought
would
us
go.
over.
He would go up there from time to time.
Yeah. So, again, we're just trying to cross it's a small town.
Yeah.
Easy to cross off some names on our list.
He loved going in that old clock tower.
What's that?
That old abandoned clock tower out there.
Squeeze me?
He had, there was a back entrance to it that he used to go in that thing all the time. He would come back and tell me he had like a makeshift workshop in there, and he would say, I don't know if y'all have been in it yet, but he would have all of these different charts and all that. He would map the stars. There was this I can't remember what he called it. There were these stones around close to Glen, where he would go out and he would look at the stars and he would chart them. And he did it for years, and no one ever knew. So he would go there. He would do business now. He would do business, but then he would go to Glen and he would get a room at the inn.
Okay.
But then he wouldn't stay in it. He would go into this abandoned workshop that he started, It's because he loved it so much. In that little, where those rocks were, he could see the stars better. The clearing he used to talk about was like the perfect spot to see the stars. Yeah. I miss Alden. He was a good guy.
Yeah. And we're gonna try to find out who did this to him and bring them to justice. When was the last time you'd say Alden traveled to Glen?
From my knowledge, it's been a couple months.
Okay.
It's been a while. It's been maybe even longer than that, actually.
Do you trust Mr. Kelth, the one on the outside of town?
Bryn Mark.
Right.
I tell y'all what, that guy is shady as they come. Alden didn't trust him at all. They got into several arguments.
Because he's part orc?
He's what?
Oh.
Because he's part orc?
Yeah.
No. Alden didn't have no problems with that. The problem Alden had was Alden swore up and down that he was in a cult. And
That checks.
And I was like,
love it.
I was like, Alden, I don't want no part of this because, look, I'm just trying to hunt. I'll take his deer tonight. I'll clean it up. I'll dress it good, and
you'll be very glad to know that he did not murder him.
Oh, well, that is good to know.
Right.
But does he have a connection to it? I don't know. But they were at it a little bit. But yeah, he's a smooth talker. That Bryn Mark. He's smooth talking, but people don't trust him. Have
you ever seen the necklace that he wears?
That's exactly what Alden used to say.
Well, it's a horned figure. Do you know what that horned figure is? I didn't get much of a look at it other than it was horned.
Alden used to say it was Cineroth.
Ah, Cineroth.
Yeah, that's what Alden used to say. Now,
of course.
Look, maybe that is, maybe it's not. I don't know.
Tell us what you know about Cineroth.
Do we know anything?
Yeah,
I would say y'all would. Cineroth's a demon lord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the demon lord of chaos.
Demon lord of chaos.
I'm into it.
And they call him the infinite chaos. I don't trust him, but if y'all have already cleared his name, then obviously he didn't do anything.
We have not cleared
Everyone's a
anyone.
Question mark.
suspect.
Not everyone. I think.
Everyone.
Jerks might be clear.
Oh,
She
but
just does that like,
he did tell us that he did not do it. So just
He did say that.
He did say that.
You're right. But
just
Seems like everyone would say that.
just thought I would remind you. That's all. I've not done this before. Seems the easiest route to take. Did you do this? Did you do this?
Who are y'all working with?
Who did this?
No, the elder said that he would like for us to look
Elder
into this.
Thrain
Elder
did.
Thrain did.
Yeah. Ask him about that what they were doing with that. I am curious though.
Yeah, that's probably our next stop in the morning. It's pretty late. Thank you for giving us some of your time, and you've answered a lot of questions for us. And I think.
And I tell y'all what, if you're able to solve this and tell us who did it, I'll give you some of this venison.
Yeah,
really,
that would be great.
That would be fantastic.
I know
and
we
we
worked hard to get that, so that means a lot.
All right.
Yes.
Give that to us.
Well, you tell Bella we said hi.
You do have ice to put that on, right? And salt and...
Well, we're probably going to have this wrapped up quick enough that we won't even need to do all that.
So she keep playing.
That's what yeah. I mean, I would still prefer you do that if you could. If you are going to give us any of that, salt it and put it on
But
ice,
beggars
please.
can't be choosers, so.
We have
He
food.
offered.
I mean, we
and-
have food at the... Well, there's plenty of food that we could get from other places.
Sure.
Is there a place to say?
Is this the time I should yell pomegranate?
Again,
Where,
salt and ice, please, if you don't mind.
I mean,
yes.
Where is a good place for us to stay tonight?
yeah, the Broken Sword. That's a good place.
3 croissants in the morning.
Probably not.
Yeah, is there a continental breakfast?
Right. Is there anywhere I can get?
It's not a tavern.
Bangers and mash.
Yeah, Bangers.
It's not.
tea.
It's not a tavern. So they're separate in this town. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
well.
A lot of people complained that they were always
Naturally.
together, and so here in Green Shade we separated them.
Those
I say we.
comments.
I didn't, but
Well, good evening, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank
And
you.
We will probably talk to you again soon.
And if y'all
According-
need anything else, I mean, clearly y'all know. Oh, how did y'all find out where I lived?
Well, I mean, you were just coming out of the forest.
No, we're headed, the Elder Thrain sent us your direction, so.
I
makes
can barely
sense.
see anything out here, so it's just a wonder that you showed up when you did.
Very coincidental.
Very.
All right, y'all have a good night. If y'all need anything else, you know where to find me.
All right,
Where?
thank you,
No,
sir.
we actually don't.
No, it's
Where?
this house
Oh.
right over. Right, and he points off in the direction.
All right.
Yonder.
It's good.
He waves.
Can't see a thing out here.
So y'all stand under the stars now in Green Shade. What are you doing?
We've learned a lot about Alden.
Yes, that's interesting.
And-
I guess he was the one who made all those charts.
And I
didn't
wonder
know
if that's who stabbed Dale in the tower.
What? His ghost?
Could have been if he was into magic and drawing things from the moon and stars.
Perhaps he's stuck in there.
It could be. Although we
did
took
see his
care
body.
of we took care of him. Okay, we have a lot to sleep on. But again, you said 2 to 3 days.
Yeah, I think we're still within those 3 days.
We are, but it seems to be getting more and more complex as we go. And so
And wait, but let's also think. Now we have Elder of Greenshade also offering gold. So the purse
Yes.
has grown as well.
the reason I'm still here, I would not be here.
And did you notice he mentioned the stones? Oh, everything's tying together.
It is.
So we're actually learning about the stones,
It is.
getting more gold.
And
Dale,
then-
you're having a good old time just
I am.
accusing everybody.
Yes, I would like to.
I wouldn't say accusing.
I'm pretty sure you accused him of.
I thought you were
having-
going to say I'm having a good time figuring out my family tree.
Yeah.
And I would love to help you with that.
Yeah.
I would.
See? Look at that.
Ancestry.com.
I would just like to remind
I would
everyone.
maybe clear our calendar for
that-
just an extra couple days.
Oh,
Your
I don't-
team's not even in Glen yet.
I'm sure they are coming.
Yeah.
Coming, but I mean,
I would
really
like
get much
to-
done without them anyway.
I would just like to make mention again that Dale and Jace yourself said that I could have your share of the Glen.
Of the Glen.
Yeah, like the pocket from Glen. So I just
on
want
the
to
table.
remind everyone of that.
Still on the table.
But
Yes.
not from the green shade, because
No,
I might
no, I
need to use
understand
that
that.
for my own
I-
mystery
I
life.
understand that. No, I did not. But I do want to remind you that.
We will settle that as
Okay.
soon as we get paid because we're on the right track.
Okay.
A lot of things coming together.
Let's keep that in mind.
So we're headed back to the Broken Sword, get some sleep, maybe talk to the Elder.
Elder Thrain.
Morning.
Y'all go to the Broken Inn Sword. The Mara, the innkeeper, greets you as you come in.
Mara.
Mara, M-A-R-A. She lets you know they have a couple of rooms available. This is a very small inn. There's only 4 rooms. 2 of them are currently occupied. So there are 2 rooms.
Girls and boys.
Is there
Sleepover.
anything anybody wants to do before nightfall? Any conversations? Anything else y'all want to do or have or whatnot?
Dale's going to be in her bed and she's going to be like, Lucia,
Yes.
are you awake?
I am awake.
I mean, Brynmark was cute.
Honestly, he was kind
But
of hot.
He smokes.
Do you think that maybe he is your something?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I've never really seen anybody that resembles me. And clearly my family is not my biological family, like parents. So that was really interesting.
When did you find your family?
I mean, for as long as I can remember, I was a baby.
You've never seen another orc before?
I mean, no, not that I can remember. I mean, yeah, and there definitely aren't people of orc race, in Glen. It was kind of crazy. I mean, he had like tusk, he had like darkish greenish, like grayish skin, black hair. So I don't know. He's probably my relative.
Well, I mean, he could be, but also there exists quite a bit outside of Glen, and you could come with me after we're done here. We're almost done here. And then I have a little bit of work in Glen to do, and then I'll be off on to the next adventure. And you could come with me for a bit and see that you're not alone.
That's a thought.
I mean, you can always come back, but it does seem like you would benefit from being out there a bit.
Yeah, maybe. You just hear.
Before that, everybody roll a perception check.
What? We were having a sleepover.
17.
Dirty 20.
15.
8 for Dale.
She's out.
I would just like to, but before we
like
get
a
into
light.
anything else,
Yeah.
as we are laying there in bed.
In bed together.
In bed together.
Yes.
Yes. Because this is where we are.
Yeah.
Holden says, Jace,
Your toes snuggling up.
the amount of gas you release does not match the size of your body.
Well, my stomach is actually adjusting to the new foods. I'm used to the foods at the
It's fine. It's fine. I've just,
At E.
it's a
had a very
pungent smell. And
pretty steady
I'm-
diet there.
I'm quite impressed, actually. I had to say something. I couldn't let it go.
I understand. I didn't know if it was really affecting you. I didn't want to say anything myself. But thank you for bringing it up so it's all down
Yeah.
clear.
Oh, it's fine. I don't really care, but I had to say something.
I'm sorry.
'cause it
I
was-
tried to hold it in around the girls so that, so I kind of let it all out here.
Sure, sure. I understand completely.
I'm
You need
like
to crack a window?
imagining a king size
And
bed,
he's just like,
and you guys are like laying on it, like not like a normal. You're like laying like this. It's so small, and you have like more space in between, so it's not like y'all are like up against. You're like, boop.
But then when you wake up, you're actually all snuggled up together.
Yeah.
It's like a little toddler, like it's like a
Yeah.
kid. And you just hear,
Okay, so perception check rolls. We got a dirty 20,
17.
17.
I think I got a 14. 11 plus
And then an 8 for
15,
Dale.
15.
So as Jace and Holden are talking, Jace, you're the only one that hears this because the DC was 20.
Dang.
Go roll.
You hear in the direction where y'all were talking to Jarek, closer to the woods. I mean, even though you're in the woods, like Green Shade isn't like, they have chopped trees down.
Yeah.
Off in the direction of where y'all were talking to Jarek, you hear like a chittering howling.
Make that sound for me.
Yeah, chittering howling.
Chittering howling?
Like a
Where's the howl?
like that.
Sure. Okay, fair.
I'm spooked.
And it sounds natural. Like it sounds like a
it
natural
doesn't.
noise.
like that. It didn't sound like what I just did. It sounds natural.
Yeah.
Get me out of this place.
But it
That's
definitely
natural.
sounds out of the ordinary for kind of where you are. Like if it was just a wolf, you'd be like, all right,
That's just a wolf
that makes
fight.
sense.
It was different enough to where it's like,
Yes.
that's going to grab my attention.
Yes.
Hold, did you hear that?
No, I'm trying to sleep. What did you hear?
Listen, I don't want to disturb the girls, and it could be nothing. I hate to get everyone up. Do you want to maybe go check something out in the woods? I think I heard something.
You want me to go in the woods?
Look, we were already pretty close. If I was going to do something, I think I'd make my move here.
No. No, I'm not. That's not what I meant. I'm saying you want me to go. You want me to go in the woods? In the middle of the night.
I think I heard something, and
you heard a weird sound, and you immediately thought Holden will go out there.
Well, Holden, again, I am, I'm a bard from the College of Lore.
Yes, I
And
understand.
I
And you're
did
a
not
tiny
go-
fellow, and you would like for me to. Fine.
Look, thank you for saying it for me.
Fine,
And,
I
it's
will-
a little
I
humbling
will-
for me to. Okay, so yeah, if you don't
go
mind,
look.
grab those daggers of yours.
look.
I'm going to be with you. I'm not asking you to go by yourself.
Yeah, well, that part is up to you. I don't want you to feel like you need to, but
again, it could
it's
be
fine. It's
nothing.
fine. I'm ready to go back to sleep.
That was
Let's
something-
just. Okay, so
Y'all are going out there.
uh,
All right.
He said y'all are going out there.
Okay. Okay.
Gotta make up
Jace,
something.
but before we go, how far can you see in the dark?
Well, see, I do have a little spell, and so I just kind of grab like a coin and just cast light on it. So now I'll kind of keep it covered, so it's not just like
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
but enough for me to
you wanted us to be spotted, so you created a light source.
look in between the hands, and I'm just going to shine a little bit when I need to see a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of like a little.
Well, why don't you
guided light.
stay behind me? I can see about 60 feet in front of me. I can see in the dark, so I'm
Sure. You know what? I'm going to stay as
Have
far
you
back
measured
as I
that,
can.
or?
yeah, I have
strength to each
lived
other.
for a long time. I have been bored many days, and so yes, I have measured about how far I can see in the dark. You person who is not currently with us.
I will stay back. How far would you like me to stay back? That would you feel like?
However you feel comfortable, I don't mind.
I will not shine the light until you give me some kind of signal.
Okay, I will snap my fingers if you need to shine light of some kind.
All right,
I will do that.
I'll stay about 30 feet back for
That
that.
sounds fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna stealth forward
Give me a stealth check.
as best as possible here.
Jace, are you stealthing too?
Yeah.
Okay.
22.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Roguey.
Okay,
A
we're
little
yeah.
roguey.
18.
18 and a 22.
Okay.
So roguey. Y'all head out into the night sky, the only light that of the moon, the crescent moon, the stars, and Jace's little coin that he's currently got covered up. I mean, you can see because of you start walking, you get to within probably 150 feet from the where the clearing-esque ends. Give me a perception check now. We'll keep your stealth checks. Give me perception check.
17.
19.
Let's go, Philip.
17 and a 19.
Big rolls.
Look at our boys.
To your left, about 120, 150 feet off, you see a half-orc walking toward the woods.
Is he sexy or?
Kind of Don Draperish.
Yeah, it's Bryn Mark.
Dang.
It's Bryn Mark.
And
Not
then in the woods, you see two yellow eyes.
Sorry.
It's too far away to see exactly what it is.
But the eyes are...
But the eyes are not glowing, but they're reflecting-ish
Yeah.
in the woods. You're about 150 feet from the clearing, about 120 feet from what you have now determined is Bryn Mark. He does not seem to notice you.
But he's walking towards the clearing.
But he's walking toward the clearing, and as he's walking, he keeps checking his six. He keeps looking back.
Does it seem like he sees the eyes and that's where he's going? Can we tell that?
It's tough to tell.
Okay. So I'm going to just kind of hold my hand up to try to get him to stop.
Okay.
And I would like to watch where Bryn Mark is going.
Okay. So y'all kind of hunch down, maybe get behind a tree or hide under a root, Jace. These are really big roots. Remember these
massive
huge trees.
Yes.
Yeah.
You hear almost like a muffled, that same sound, Jace, you heard earlier. You're now hearing Holden. It sounds more muffled, like it's almost like it's growling through its teeth type thing. Bryn Mark goes
Bryn
in.
Mark doesn't look startled by that.
No.
Okay.
And he walks to where he gets into the clearing, or out of the clearing, is heading directly toward whatever that creature is.
Okay.
As you're watching, you look in his hand, and he's got, it almost looks like a claw, like a big, not a meat cleaver, like a hook in his hand, like he's holding.
Okay. Like one of those pig hooks where they would
Yes.
and then pull it out.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. Almost looks like that. And he walks to the creature. Like once he kind of gets out of the clearing, you basically lose sight of him, essentially.
Would we be able to move forward?
You can make another stealth check.
Okay.
Are you moving, Jace?
Well, I would have Jace stay where he's at.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I would make sure he stays. And then now, am I going into the clearing now?
That's up to you. You're
Well,
about
The
okay.
way you could see is to go in the clearing.
how far is your dark vision? It's
60 feet.
60 feet?
Yeah, 60.
So you would probably have to move at least 100 feet.
Okay.
Because you're about 120 feet away. That gets you about 20 feet away from the clearing.
So is the clearing like a big circular clearing? Is it a...
It's just kind of the outskirts of the town, essentially.
So like the town is back here, and this is
gotcha,
where it starts to just be
gotcha.
wooded again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's just,
We're just woods right there.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
How far are we from the inn? How far are we gone?
I mean, I'd say you walked at least five minutes.
Oh, okay.
So you're a good ways away.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to move forward.
All right, give me a perception check.
Yeah, perception or stealth.
Oh yeah, sorry, stealth.
Thought we were keeping our stealth, but
Well, yeah,
15.
15.
15.
Okay.
Down I'm staying, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're staying.
Okay. He doesn't seem to notice you. He keeps walking. You creep up. You get to where you finally catch a glimpse of him again. And in the woods, you catch the glimpse of a huge hyena. This is not a wolf. This is a huge, like I'm talking like this thing comes up to about his waist, or a little bit higher than his waist, like to his chest area.
Wait, who comes up to his chest area?
The hyena comes up to Bryn Mark's like chest area.
Gotcha.
He grabs this creature by like the face, pats it on the head, and then basically turns it around, and they start walking off into the woods.
Okay.
It's his pet.
Yeah, I don't know what to do now because that, like at this point you would almost want them to follow with us so that they're there. But at the same point, like you're saying, if we go
10
back,
minutes,
like we're
5,
it would be
lose track of them.
So I'm gonna motion it at Jace just to kind of like do this and then here, and I'm gonna try to stay back enough, 30 feet, from them, and try to follow. As they go.
Jace, give me a stealth check.
5. Oh, no. I got 3 for that. 7, sorry.
A big 7.
Ooh.
So as you're walking, you step on a really dry branch and it cracks. And at that point, Bryn Mark turns around and he sees Jace. He does not see Holden, and he completely stops in his tracks and he just says, "You probably shouldn't have followed me, little one.
I am actually looking for Jarek.
Good luck." And he smacks the hyena and it takes off running at Jace. Roll for initiative, both of y'all.
Ghibli. Okay.
Did you guys come prepared with new characters or?
14.
Yep, y'all should have used that sending stone and called.
Do we have a sending stone?
No.
No. I rolled a 5. I'm plus 5 initiative, but I rolled a
Jace?
5.
14.
I rolled a nat 5 for a 7
Nice.
overall. So both of y'all are going to go first. So this giant hyena is starting to run directly at Jace, saliva dripping down its mouth. Bryn Mark behind him, looking at y'all. It is y'all up in the initiative order first. What are you doing?
I am going to cast Fairy Fire while they're still close to each other to catch both of them. So I'm going to clench my book and kind of put my hand out towards them just as a reaction. First thing I think to do is to try to light them up so that Holden can see them a little better. So I'm going to cast Fairy Fire, which is a 13 dex saving throw.
Here we go, +2 for the hyena.
Oh, 13.
Got it. And also +2 for old Bryn Mark. Fails. So Bryn Mark is dusted with this fairy dust. The giant hyena is not. It shakes it off. Anything else you want to do?
And then as a bonus action, we will...
Cutting words?
Cutting words. Is that something I have at level 3?
Yep.
Okay.
You learn to use your wit to supernaturally distract, confuse, and otherwise sap the confidence and competence of others. When a creature that you can see within 60 feet of yourself makes a damage roll or succeeds on an ability check or attack roll, you can take a reaction to expend 1 use of your bardic inspiration, and you subtract that number.
Since he has Fairy Fire on Bryn Mark, you already get advantage, so that should be enough. So I'm gonna just pocket that bardic inspiration to use it on the creature if it attacks me.
Okay. And it is up to Holden.
Holden has a question about psionic dice.
Okay.
So my psionic energy dice,
Yes.
do those D6 go to damage or to the roll?
Let's see. I think you can do certain things with them. I think one of them is to up your damage.
And so I didn't know if that was energy or it's bolstered knack is What's bolstered knack? Whisper.
So you have 4. You have 4 you can use. Bolstered knack is if you fail an ability check or tool check, you can use it to add to that. Psychic whispers.
That's if I want to speak to whatever.
You can speak. Or your psychic blade.
So it says you harbor a wellspring of psionic energy within yourself. It is represented by your psionic energy dice, which, that's just the amount of dice I have.
Yeah.
So I can only do knack or whispers with the dice.
Yes, but at level 9, you get honing strikes and psychic teleportation with the dice.
So that would be when I can do damage with them. Okay,
yes.
so right now, they don't really do anything for me unless I fail something.
Yes,
Then
or
I
if you
can-
want to whisper.
Right. What Holden is going to do is he is going to pull out his psionic daggers.
So you 2 glowing blades.
Now, how far away is the beast from me as it's running?
It's closer to you than it is to Jace. I would say probably 30 feet from you.
Okay. So I am going to...
You get advantage on Brynmark.
On Bryn Mark.
Yeah. That gets
But
you
right now,
sneak
I'm
attack.
trying to stop him from coming at you.
Right, and since you go first, it might not go if you run up there first.
Right, that's kind of my thought. If I have Vex on, so I would get advantage on the second attack.
Correct, which would give you sneak attack. Yes, for the second attack. Yes.
So first roll,
Who are you attacking?
the
Okay.
Hyena.
Yeah.
the hyena
Jace.
is a 23.
Hits.
Okay.
Nice.
So that is a D6 plus 3, so that's 9 damage.
So you do 9 with the first.
9 with the
Are you
first.
throwing this
Yes.
blade? Okay, perfect.
Yes. And so this one would be the one at advantage.
Correct.
Okay. So the first roll is going to be a 15, but the second one is going to be a dirty 20.
Both would have hit.
Both would have hit.
So now you add your extra D6. So you're going to roll 2 D6. No, wait. You've upped your sneak attack dice. At 3rd level, you get 2.
You get 2.
So this is going to be 3 D6.
13 total damage.
Sheesh. So you did 22.
22 damage.
22. Is there anything? Well, you just you did your bonus action, right? No, because you used Vex.
Right.
Wait, Vex is you get advantage. You use your bonus attack, or you use your bonus action to attack with Vex.
I also have Nick.
But that's only on the dagger that
That's
isn't
on the
psychic
dagger,
blade.
not the psychic
Correct.
blades. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, so I'm good.
Yep. Okay.
I guess I could move.
Yeah, you can definitely move.
I mean, they've already seen me,
Bow show.
so I'm gonna move. How far away is Jace?
Probably 20 feet away from you.
I'm gonna move in front of him.
Okay. So you are now
backwards
45.
to get
Yeah.
in front of me. Okay.
Yeah.
You are 45 feet away from this giant hyena. It takes off at you
Mm-hmm.
because you just injured him.
Yep.
His speed is 50 feet.
Okay. So he can definitely get there.
He can get there. He gets there and he goes to snarl and bite at you.
Okay.
And he gets 1 bite attack. This is +5. And that is it for this week's 20 Sides. Don't forget to tune in each week as Jace, Dale, Holden, and Lucia venture across Aberynth. Don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/20sides, where there are free options, $5 options, and $10 options to help support our podcast. Follow us on all the socials everywhere at 20 Sides Pod. And per usual, we couldn't do this without the atmospheric background tracks from Monument Studios and TabletopAudio.com. We will see you right here next week on 20 Sides.